A very good morning, students. Now this dissection is for the axillary artery and its branches. Now this was the pectoralis major muscle which I have reflected, and then you can see this is the pectoralis minor muscle which is crossing to the anterior wall in the anterior wall of the axilla, which lies in the anterior wall of the axilla. This portion is the axilla. We have exposed the pectoralis major and pectoralis minor like that, so the axilla is exposed. Now the axillary artery begins with the outer margin of the first rib. You can see here in my forceps here is that thick structure which I am moving is the axillary artery. This is the axillary artery which is beginning from the outer border of the first rib. With the help of the pectoralis minor muscle, this we divide it into the first part. You can see here this is the first part, and then whatsoever lies behind the pectoralis minor is second part, and then this is the third part of the axillary artery. See here. And this will go right up to the lower margin of the pectoralis minor in the posterior wall of the axilla. Here you can see the shining flat tendon of the latissimus dorsi. Deep to it is the pectoralis major muscle. Okay, so this is right up to it. It will be the third part of the axillary artery. So this is the first part of the axillary artery here. This will be the behind the pectoralis minor is second, and this is the up to this margin of the this teres major. It is the third part of the axillary artery. Now this artery has many relations in the first part, second part and third part with the cards and then its branches of the brachial plexus. You can see this. It is completely surrounded by, and anteroinferiorly what lies medially, infromedially, this is the vein, and that is the axillary vein. See this dilated vein? It is the axillary which lies infromedial. All around it is surrounded by cards and then the branches up. The next video I am going to show you this brachial plexus and its branches. Okay, here this is the posterior card of the brachial plexus. Then this is the lateral card, and here is the medial card which forms the relationship with that of the axillary artery, right? So this is ulnar nerve and so on. I will show you in the next video when I will just dissect the brachial plexus. Let us see the axillary artery and its branches. As I said that here this is the second part, and this artery which is in my forceps is the thoracoacromial artery. But from the first part there comes out a single artery. Let me show you. In the tip of my forceps is this artery, that is the superior thoracic artery, which runs between, deep to that of the pectoralis minor here, and then it supplies the muscles, okay, and then it will supply the intercostal space. I hope that you are seeing this artery. Okay, this is that first branch, very thin, superior thoracic. This is the second branch, which is called as acromiothoracic or the thoracoacromial artery, and this thoracoacromial artery has a short trunk, as you are seeing, and soon it divides into 4 branches, and these branches are clavicular, acromial, deltoid, and then it will go towards the, pectoral. Okay, so pectoral, deltoid, acromial and clavicular. Since all these branches, as soon as they have taken from the trunk, they are cut here, I will not be able to show you. So this is the branch from the second part of the axillary artery, very close to the upper margin of the pectoralis minor. See this, it is hidden just behind the upper margin of the pectoralis minor here. Now the third artery is the artery which is thoracic artery going into the thoracic cage, and this is called as lateral thoracic artery. And this lateral thoracic artery will lie just at the lower margin of the pectoralis minor. Of course, it is also the branch from second part, but it comes at the lower margin of the pectoralis minor muscle. Okay, and I mean to say, while cleaning, this was broken artery, so I will not be able to show you this artery, the lateral thoracic artery, which is the major supply to that of the breast in case of female. Then the artery will take origin from the third part, and from the third part there will be two arteries which are taking origin as anterior and posterior circumflex humeral. See this is anterior, very minute branch, but posterior is very thick branch here. Very prominent branch is here, the posterior. So this is anterior and this is the posterior circumflex, which will go into the space along with the axillary nerve. Then here, just above this circumflex, you can see this artery which is going downward, and this is called as the subscapular artery. See here, if I trace this subscapular artery, it is going here, lying on to this posterior wall of the axilla. This is the posterior wall of the axilla. It is lying here, so it is the subscapular artery going here. See, this continuation along with the vein, and this is the nerve also here, thoracodorsal nerve. So these are the branches of the axillary artery. From first part, it is one branch. From second part, there are two branches, and lateral thoracic I could not show you. But then from third part, there is anterior circumflex, there is posterior circumflex, and then subscapular arteries are there. So this is the dissection of the axillary artery in the axilla. The next video, I will show you the brachial plexus. Thank you very much for watching this video.